this dude really for real? He pulled out a machine gun? Or a turret, whatever you want to call it. Machine gun turret. And that's good thing I had the sniper. I don't even know how I would have taken this dude on, because clearly if I would have walked out this way, he would have had like, he would have been aiming right at me. I guess I could like just walked around. I don't know. The gallery room. I'm gonna assume it's that thing up there. Back to what I was saying though. So yeah, this game originally the original concept for this game had really just gone like off the rails, because developers wanted like, so like Leon was always meant to be like the main character for this game, and they're going on about like they wanted Leon to, I don't know, like fight the main enemies of the game like with like melee, like with more melee weapons, and like he would have like, I guess he would have crazy psychic, or not super, like he would have crazy supernatural powers and whatnot. And then I guess the developers realized just how far their concept of the game had strayed away from what Resident Evil is supposed to be. And so they decided to just like rework the game. Or they scrapped it. Well, they decided to like start over on making the game. But they didn't scrap that idea, because that idea basically went on to become Devil May Cry. And then from that game spawned its own franchise that is also very popular with fans of Capcom. The sacrifice of 6 lives shall make way the true path. I see. Let's see, that's 2, 4, 2, 4, 3, 7, 8. Oh, do I have to do it where like? Okay, I see. So I'm assuming. Does it really matter? Okay, I think I see. Okay, so I see that light. Do I essentially just need to get like the 6 people sacrificed in the frames that are in light? Let's see here. Oh man. Is there something I'm missing here? God, are you for real? All right. Let's see. Wait a minute. So behind all these paintings, there's the same. They all share the same painting of 2. So what is it like? I need to have all of them add up to 6, but how do I do that? So that's 3. I mean, unless, let's see here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Alright, that took a little longer than it really needed to be, but whatever. But I just think that's crazy. Like, imagine if Capcom wouldn't have realized, hey, this game is...
What a pleasant surprise. But I'm afraid it's Ashley we need. Not you, Mr. Kennedy.
If you don't need me, then get off my back, old man.
Did you say old man, Mr. Kennedy? It might come as a surprise, But I'm only 20 years old.
So you're just like all the others? A puppet of the parasites?
Surely you don't think I'm the same as those diminutive ganados. The parasites, las plagas, are slaves to my will. I have absolute control.
Well, I really don't give a damn. Rain or shine, you're going down.
Get rid of our American friend.
Alright, here we go. Ah! Oh, damn. Oh! Are you for real? What the? Oh my god, no way. Are those RPG dudes still there?
¡Mátalo!
Yeah, sure, run away, I guess. Alright, there we go. Oh, damn it. Oh, perfect. Oh, he ran away, never mind. Oh, really? That's what you're gonna do now? Oh, I actually shot that arrow? Wow. I really am a true marksman, I guess. I say after I say as I like miss 3 shots. Okay. So what happened to the dude shooting RPGs at me? Alright, let's go. Man. Yeah, so it's crazy. I mean, I just find it crazy that Capcom really, when they were making this game, were going off the walls. But I guess at the end of the day, Resident Evil is full of like a bunch of like crazy things that could never happen. So I guess it really isn't that far-fetched. But I don't know. I mean, just the whole supernatural element and like having Leon basically just what is that? Oh, there's a button. Security systems active. I have to deactivate it first. Oh, there's another red herb down there. Is this a security system? Wait. Alright. Oh no. They're right behind me too. So they appear just to... Okay, sure. I guess, whatever. I mean, yeah, I guess at the end of the day, Resident Evil just... It isn't necessarily realistic, but still, I mean... I guess just the survival horror aspect, I would say is what defines Resident Evil. You know, fighting bioweapons... Yeah, fighting bioweapons, corporate greed, what else? What else makes Resident Evil distinctive? Bioweapons, corporate greed, bioweapons, corporate greed, guns. And survival horror, intricate, you know, some light to moderate puzzle solving elements. All those things make Resident Evil, I would say. And yeah, I mean, because Devil May Cry is basically what they originally envisioned. So, like, you're wondering what it is. Basically just what Devil May Cry is now. So, I mean, I've never played it. I've never played Devil May Cry, but I've seen gameplay of it, and yeah, I've seen gameplay of Devil May Cry, and just thinking that could have been Resident Evil 4, like, in my mind, I'm like, wow. And that's saying something, considering that, I mean, pretty much after Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil did kind of start having a bit of an identity crisis. But fortunately, and this is what I like about Capcom so far, like, oh wow, I found the goat ornament. That thing that like we've been needing for I don't know how long. But yeah, like even though Resident Evil did have a bit of an identity crisis like in the early 2010s, the good thing about Capcom is that they learn this. They learn from their mistakes really quickly. Because I mean, it's really what RE5, which a lot of people still consider a really great game, but like RE6 is really like the only, I guess, quote unquote, bad Resident Evil game, or at least the main one. Because then I know there's Operation Raccoon City, which also kind of leans into like the identity crisis a bit. But that's a spin-off. That's like a side spin-off non-canon game. So I mean, that one doesn't really count all that much. I think the Revelations games, or the Revelations duology, from what I've heard is, and I've never played that one either. That one is supposed to be, I guess, like a return to form from what I've heard, like classic. So, and the Revelations games came out like around like after 6, I think. And then after that, that's when we got RE7, and every game after RE7 basically went back to its survival horror roots. So, you know, people talk about Resident Evil games basically like for a while, like they lost themselves for a while because they leaned more to like action horror and emphasis like on the action aspect of it. But if you really think about it, they really only had like 2 or 3 Resident Evil games that really leaned into the action, and then after that they haven't really done that since. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, can't really say that, or I could at least I gotta give Capcom props for that, because there are other gaming franchises where they lose their identity and they just stick to like their new identity, even though like no one likes it. I mean, the only one that comes to mind right now is Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty used to be a realistic, it used to be like a realistic historical shooter. Then they dropped the historical setting for modern setting, but I mean, it still worked. And then, I don't know, they went into the future. I wasn't really a big fan of the future stuff. I think the only title I liked from that era was BO3, but to be fair, I feel like that's everyone. I mean, Advanced Warfare was alright. I didn't even bother playing Infinite Warfare. And then, yeah, they kind of went back. Oh, and then like BO4, I guess, technically counts. Hey, I just wonder. I'm right here. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, so it looks like I need Ashley for that. But, yeah, I mean, then Call of Duty kind of went back to the modern setting with the recent titles, but I don't know, ever since Warzone, and then basically, yeah, ever since Warzone, they've basically... I can't wait to see what I'll encounter in that maze. I mean, I feel like there's just going to be some enemies there that are just going to like drive me crazy. But anyways, yeah, like ever since Warzone, Call of Duty has really just been trying to be Fortnite, especially with all those stupid bundles that they try to sell. I'm not even going to get into that right now. And then another franchise I think about, which isn't a gaming franchise, but I mean, like the logic still applies, is 2 moons make one. Is the Fast and Furious franchise like that?
Mr. Kennedy. Still alive, I see. So, do you like my garden?
I see you've managed to work in a little of your twisted taste here, too.
Sagacious as I am, even I get lost here sometimes. Even if it takes your whole life, you'll never get out. Do you know that no one dies without a cause? You will satisfy the stomachs of my cute pets. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tie up a few loose ends, like chasing down a couple of rats.
2 rats? If one's Lewis, who's the other? Huh. They're an intruder besides me?
Alright, he was talking about creatures, so can't wait to see what I had to face in here. But yeah, the Fast and Furious franchise, man, I don't even know what to say about that one. It's just really crazy how those movies really just started out as like grounded, like movies that have like car culture and street racing to now. Oh my god. So dogs, that's what we're dealing with. Oh, I see. Oh, great. Is there anything in here, or is it just... To be honest, I don't even know if, like, if I could have avoided fighting them if I just didn't shoot that, but I don't know. I kind of have like the sixth sense that they would have just broken out sooner or later and just attacked me anyways. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what to say about the Fast and Furious franchise. They really started out as grounded like street racing movies with car culture in it, to now being like whatever the hell they are now. I mean, they're basically just Mission Impossible movies at this point, and I don't really like that. I know, and that's the thing. I've heard them say that if it weren't for them making that switch, the Fast and Furious movies wouldn't be as big and successful as they are now. But all I gotta say to that is, like, I don't care. I mean, I preferred them. I prefer those movies catering to like a niche audience than catering to a bigger global audience, because not every movie has to be a global hit. But you know how it is. These movie studios really just want to have the next big franchise, and then especially with the success of like the MCU and whatnot, like every movie is really just, or every movie franchise is really just trying to create its own cinematic universe at this point. And I don't know, I mean, at least when it comes to Fast and Furious, like, I was a huge time fan of those movies, but I can say with confidence that they really lost me as a fan. Not that they really care, and come on, a lot of people still go out and watch those movies. Oh man. My god. TMP for this. Could also go with the shotgun, but I don't know. I think the TMP might be better. Damn. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I like Capcom. I mean, they might have their own issues, of course, but at least in the sea of so many game developers and whatnot, like just not really knowing what to do with their IPs, not knowing what their fans want and whatnot, Capcom really seems to be one of the few that really listen. They really learn from their mistakes, and I just think the success they've been having with Resident Evil, especially like, you know, with the recent titles, I think really speaks to that, because all the remakes they've been doing have been pretty well. I mean, I know RE3 remake has its issues, but at the end of the day, it's not like it's a bad. What the hell? It's not like it's a bad game by any sense. I mean, if you just let's choose to ignore the comparison, or let's just choose to ignore to compare it to the original. And even then, let's choose to not compare it to the other remakes. I mean, the game is pretty good. It's pretty fun. I mean, yeah, it's a little short, but nowadays, I can't imagine that it sells at full price. I mean, I literally checked my Steam page yesterday because I have the RE4 remake wishlisted, which like I said, I do really want to play it once I'm done with this one. I have that game wishlisted, and that game only came out that game only came out 2 years ago. Yeah, that game only came out like 2 years ago, or a year ago. Point is, it came out like very recently, and it's already like the price has already dropped down to $40 for that game, and it's a really good game from what I've heard people say. So I think that tells you. Oh, nice! I got the red gem. So the fact that game, it's the latest Resident Evil title in the franchise. It's considered to be really good, and already like the price for the game has dropped to $40. I think says a lot, because there are a lot of companies a lot of game publishers that they know they have a good game, and even though it might be like 5 years old, they still sell it at full price. I mean, I think the only games that come to mind are like maybe like the more modern Call of Duties. I don't know, I'd have to check. But I mean, like, I think 3 years ago, I checked, I went on Steam, and I saw that Black Ops 2, a game that at that point was 10 years old, was still selling for $60. No, and I think even Black Ops 3 might still sell for $60. I'm not sure, but I remember when I got it, which was like, I think I got it like in 2019 or 2020, which at that point was like 4 or 5 years old. The fact that game still sold for $60, I thought was wild. Wait, no, I didn't. No, I don't think I got it in 2020. I think I got it like in 2021, because I waited for a sale for that game. And I just remember because that game just never seemed to go on sale. And I don't know what it is, but I guess Activision really just doesn't like to have their games on sale. So I lost the plot talking about all this. Like, I don't know why I brought this up. I guess it's just that I really like Capcom. Capcom really knows what they're doing, especially with the remakes. Like, aside from 3, and even then, like, I would still say 3 is a good game. It's not a bad game. I mean, it has its shortcomings, but it's not a bad game. Like, Capcom really know what they're doing, and they're really one of the few developers nowadays that I can like wholeheartedly trust. I mean, you know, and we live in an era now where we hear developers talking about like releasing sequels or remakes or whatever to games that we love and whatnot, and it just makes us feel uneasy due to all the things we've seen with other titles and other companies doing the same thing. But I don't know. I mean, Resident Evil, fortunately, Resident Evil and Capcom, fortunately, don't fall victim to this. Wait, what? Oh, okay. I'm like, wait. I'm trying to get here, but how? It's because that's the door. And I just saw this. I'm like, wait, I missed that, but I realized I need Ashley for that. I just remembered that. Okay. I think the second one has to be there, right? I mean, I've pretty much walked around this whole maze. And considering that one of the halves was there, where's the other half? It has to be up here. Aside from Capcom though, what other... Insomniac is another one that I really trust. I know a lot of people right now, I don't know, people are weird. I know a lot of people aren't like happy with, I guess, the latest Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2, especially with like the disastrous PC port, which I heard about and I was a little disappointed. But like I guess people really turned on Insomniac a bit after that whole debacle, which I gotta say, like, I think is dumb. And believe me, like, I'm not trying to meet right Insomniac, but I just think, you know, they made a bit of a mistake with Spider-Man 2. Like, I know people said like the game wasn't that good compared to the first one, and I haven't played it yet. I mean, the only game of that series I've played is the first one. I haven't even played Miles Morales yet. I mean, but that really, I don't know. The first game was just so really good. It would be kind of hard to follow up on it, and even then, like, I don't know. But other than that, Insomniac, I think they're another one that they really make good games. They don't really do the terrible business practices that a lot of companies do. I mean, just look at this first Spider-Man game by itself. The fact that you had the freedom to wear a bunch of different like costumes for the game without having to pay for them. I think even then, I think only 3 suits in the first game were behind like were locked behind pre-order bonus, but then they made them free for everyone else later on. I think that tells you a lot, because I could just think of so many game companies right now that would just for a game like that, it's like, you want cosmetics? Alright, you have to pay for them. And that game has a lot, like, Spider-Man game has a lot of cosmetics that you just get for free. All you have to do is just like unlock them in the game, which is funny because that's how games used to be. Games before, you wanted cosmetics, you would unlock them in game. You wouldn't have to pay for them. So, I mean, I just think that's something that, like, I think a lot of people don't.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Sorry, but following a lady's lead just isn't my style.
Put them up now.
Bit of advice, try using knives next time. Works better for close encounters.
Leon. Long time no see.
Ada. So it is true.
True? About what?
You, working with Wesker.
I see you've been doing your homework.
Why, Ada?
What's it to you?
Why are you here? Why'd you show up like this?
See you around.
Ada!
So Ada's here. Alright. Hey, at least I didn't die a single time. My hit ratio is probably the lowest here, though. So let's go ahead and save this.